Hello, this is Richard Wilson with Alliance LARP Las Vegas, coming to you with two videos today. These are the pre-game announcements for our February 2022 event. This first video is for anyone who has never played with us before. It just covers general information about the site, staff, all that sort of stuff. If you've played with us before, you've heard these announcements, you don't need to watch this video. The second video, however, please watch that. That covers anything that is specific to this game, new rules, a couple mechanics that we're implementing. So please watch that second video, it'll be a lot faster. This first video, I apologize in advance. I know it's going to be boring. I'm going to try and go through it as quickly as possible. So without further ado, here we go. First and foremost, thank you to everyone who is coming to this game. Players, NPCs, especially new players. We're just so excited to have everyone. It's going to be a really good game. Logistics is going to be in the tavern. It starts at 5 p.m., which is when people are able to start arriving on site. Go ahead, set your tent up first, and then head into the tavern for logistics. Meet with Gypsy, get your character sheet, and then there's food afterwards. So food is available in the tavern following logistics. Game on is at 9 p.m. sharp. We're moving that an hour later this game from the previous 8 o'clock time so that anyone who is running a little bit later will hopefully be able to make it in time for game on. Staff, hi, I'm Richard. I'm one of the owners. Ace is my lovely co-owner. She's in the other room working on a magic item, which you will see shortly. Not in the video, but at game. For plot, we've got Justin, who is our incredible head of plot, also Ace and myself. Michaela, who can't be with us this game for COVID reasons, unfortunately, and then finally Mike is helping us on plot as well. So thank you, everyone on plot. For rules, Ace and myself again, and then finally Josh, who plays Aerothin Black. Everyone of those is a rules marshal. Logistics is being headed up by Gypsy, as well as I'm helping out with that as well. And then finally med staff, again myself, and then Justin and Ace. We are the official staff members with medical training, first aid certified, all of us. There are other people who also on site are EMTs or have first aid training of some sort. If that's you, fantastic, please let me know, and we will use you if, when and if the situation arises. Hopefully it does not. Regarding the site, we are using the Quail Creek Boy Scout Campground. Please be courteous. Please take care of the site. Be respectful. This is not our site. We want to be invited back. So please take good care of it. Logistics does not stay open 24/7. If you have logistic needs during the game, find Gypsy or myself, and we will take care of that for you as best we can. The logistics reset for The logistics reset for skills will be at 6 p.m. on Saturday. Site specifics. Bathrooms are out of game. Kitchen is out of game. That being said, the areas around them are not. Please do not duck into the bathrooms just to avoid any in-game consequences. But hey, if you got to use the bathroom, if you're going to shower or whatever, that's fine. Go out of game. You're cool. Showers are in the bathrooms at the back of the tavern. Please clean up after yourself. Don't leave toiletries out. Be courteous again. Kitchen is out of game. Bathroom's out of game. Please don't fight in there. The only people allowed in the kitchen are people prepping food and helping with meals, or if you've been given permission from staff, please don't go in the kitchen. The back office in the tavern will be used as medbay, as well as logistics during game. If you need to get out of the sun, lie down, take a rest, or if you're having other medical problems, let us know and we will let you into that office. Food. Food will be prepared according to the menu, which has been posted on Facebook and Discord. There will also be additional food if you have allergies, but we're trying to be as friendly and courteous to that as possible. There will be absolutely no peanuts in the common eating areas, which is the tavern. We've got some people at game who have pretty severe peanut allergies, so let's be courteous to them. If you do have peanuts, just make sure you're not eating it around people who have peanut allergies, and wash your hands before coming back in the game, please and thank you. If you would like to help out prepping a meal, or doing dishes afterwards, you are more than welcome to. You'll get goblin stamps for it. If you do help with the meal, let staff know, and we will be sure to get you gobbies for doing so. If you've brought snacks, please keep them in a sealed container, preferably outside your tent, just so animals don't get into that. If it's in your tent, they will eat through your tent and get to the food, and that just sucks for you. So don't do that. Just a word of advice. Finally, just if you help clean up afterwards, after meals, after battles with packets, after whatever, just clean up after yourself, and things will go a lot faster, both during the game as well as after game. Garbage, all that sort of fun stuff. So please do that if at all possible. If there are any issues with the site or something breaks, let Ace or myself know. If we are unavailable, find someone else on staff. Smoking is permitted in the parking lot as per Boy Scout regulations. Safety, which probably should have been the first thing on the list, but we're here now. Safety. The most important rule of the game is hold. If someone calls hold, and anyone, including you, can call hold. If someone calls hold, put your hand on your head, which signifies that you are out of game. Call out hold as loud as you can. In most Alliance chapters, at this point, you would drop to a knee. Don't do that here. There is an off chance, we'll talk about animals in a minute, don't worry, it's fine, but there is an off chance that there are rattlesnakes on site. So, if you call a hold for a snake, the last thing we want someone doing is calling a hold, dropping down, and now having your face right next to a rattlesnake. So just stay on your feet for a hold. Pages, we have 2 headbands for page safety. Orange headbands are for packet pages. That means they can participate in combat, but can only be hit with packets, so archery, alchemy, traps, and spells. Similarly, they can only throw all of those things. Yellow headbands are non-combat pages. These are people who are too young or for other medical reasons have elected not to participate in combat. Do not hit them with anything. They will also not hit you with anything. All pages can be killed by putting them at weapons length and saying, "Page, I slay you 1, page, I slay you 2, page, I slay you 3. If you are paging for the event and have let us know ahead of time, please page for the entire event. We've had issues in the past with people deciding halfway through that they don't want to page anymore and then want to page, and just please page the entire event. Unless things change, let us on staff know. But preferably stay as a page. If you're a page for medical reasons, you should be a page for medical reasons. Because, be safe. Drugs and alcohol. As per Alliance rules, drugs and alcohol and other mind-altering substances are not permitted on site. If you have any in your system, you will be asked to leave. In-character vaping is okay, so long as it complies with the above smoking rule. Odorless vapes are preferred. Please no scented vaping in the tavern. Just be self-aware, listen to your body, eat food, stay hydrated, stay properly dressed. If you're not feeling well, come to medbay. We've got Gatorade and Pedialyte if you're dehydrated. Eat food. Change your socks into fresh socks before going to bed. It's not going to be that hot of an event. In fact, it's going to be a quite pleasant temperature, but that being said, you're still out in the sun, and that cooler temperature does not mean that you will be getting any less dehydrated in the dry climate and in the sun running around. You will still be sweating. So be aware of yourself, because it's sometimes easier to fall into heat exhaustion when it's a little bit cooler because you don't feel as hot. And I have someone at my door, so I'm going to pause the recording. All right, let's continue on. Hydration, please drink water. Hydrate or die. It's a fact, not a threat. Again, we're in the middle of the desert. It's hot. Even if it's not hot, it's dry. Drink water. First aid, there's a first aid kit in the office if you need it. The main site is pretty flat. The sandy areas can be a bit tricky to navigate, so please be careful. I mean, it's just, it's rough terrain. You're out in the woods, or wilderness, I should say. If there is a medical situation, please call a hold, grab the nearest med staff, we'll take care of you. Weather. While it seems to be a cool and very pleasant weekend according to the forecast, this is Utah. The weather can change quite rapidly. Rain is unlikely, but is always a possibility, so in the case of inclement weather, the tavern is the safest location. Stay cool during the day, stay warm during the night. Fresh socks each night before you go to bed helps keep regulate your body temperature far better than wet socks or no socks. Let's see, moving on. Wildlife. We have personally seen signs of deer, lizards, and birds on site. Also rattlesnakes. We've seen those at game. Snakes should be hibernating because it's February, but it's always good to be aware of the possibilities. Be sensible, be safe. Just use your common sense. Don't go sticking your hands anywhere they don't belong or that you can't see, and you should be good. That all having been said, there's also the possibility of bears, moose, coyotes, mountain lions, Gila monsters. We've heard coyotes. You'll probably hear coyotes off in the distance. We haven't seen any at sight, but again, be aware, be safe, be sane. Just be smart, right? If you do see a rattlesnake or other dangerous animal, call a hold. Do not drop to the ground for this very reason of rattlers. Leave the area carefully because there are often additional rattlesnakes nearby when you see one. And then find Richard or Ace, myself or Ace, immediately. Don't take care of the snake yourself. We need to know that it's on site so that we can make the proper safety call for the area, and we will go from there. Game-related stuff. Thievery. Because of the nature of tent camping, do not go into personal sleeping spaces. If for whatever reason you need to go into another area, find that player, find staff. You need to have a marshal with you throughout the entire encounter. Thieving in any in-game area. I'll re-emphasize this is in-game thieving. Don't actually steal stuff. But any in-game thieving in in-game areas is permitted. Just be mindful of people's out-of-game belongings. If you steal a Fizz Rep, bring the Fizz Rep to staff immediately. We want to let the player know that the item has been stolen and get the Fizz Rep back to them, even if you've stolen the item and therefore the tag in-game. If you prefer, if you want to walk off with the Fizz Rep, stash it somewhere, let staff know, we will go retrieve it. If you don't want to be traced back to that, I get it. But we want to make sure that players are made aware pretty quickly if a Fizz Rep is stolen from them. And we want to know where it is. NPC shifts. They are not mandatory, but they are more than welcome. If you'd like to come NPC for a few hours, please do so. You will get goblin stamps. If you need someone during game, Ace and I will be in the back office all night. If your character dies, go to the circle, the Earth Circle, get resurrected, then report to logistics so the death can be put on your sheet. Lost and Found will be handled by Gypsy. If something is lost after the event, it will be posted to the Facebook page, or you can contact her directly after the event. And then finally, clean up. We need to be off-site by 2, so try and get your tent cleaned up pretty quick. But that is a little bit later than we've done in previous games, so you'll have a little bit more time Sunday morning. Game off will be at about 10 a.m. There will be some light role play opportunities available, especially if you want to talk with an NPC, let us know and we'll try and get that NPC out. But we'll be wrapping up around 10 o'clock Sunday morning, and then we'll try and clean up as quickly as possible. Please help with that. Again, as stated before, the more people we have, the more on top of it people are being, the faster and simpler that will be. And then finally, afters will be posted to Facebook and Discord on Sunday. Thank you all so much. Please stay tuned for video 2 for specific details for this game. Otherwise, thank you all. We'll see you at game very shortly. Take care. Good night.